What's going on, guys? Back to another episode of Burbach Built. You already know the deal, Duenkel. I don't know what you're laughing about over there for, but we got a lot to talk about today, and we're going to start off with the Panthers making a huge move to go get Sammy D. Who will be the starter there, him or Teddy B? And it looks like the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson now. So what do you think about that, Dunkel? The Panthers going out and trading for Sam.
Well, Burbach, I'm really happy we're doing another episode of Burbach Built, weekly episodes every Friday. Riley Burbach, a lot of fun. But Sam Darnold, man, I think this is a great move for him. Panthers, I think, are an up-and-coming team. Obviously, Matt Rule, Joe Brady, Rodney Anderson, DJ Moore, and all Christian McCaffrey as well. I think they got a very talented offense. I would look for the Panthers to have a really good season this year. I think Sam Darnold, obviously being with the Jets, I don't think we've really seen his full potential yet. I think Sam Darnold's going to have a great season. I think this really shakes up a lot of things in the NFL draft as well. Now you talk about the Jets, probably for sure they're locked in on Zach Wilson. But now who do the Panthers take? And I believe the 8th pick, now that they don't need a quarterback. That's going to be another hot topic. Maybe they trade that down, try and pick up future picks, or maybe they take a defensive player to help out that defense. But I think this is a great move for Carolina. I think obviously this is a great move for the Jets. If you're sold on Zach Wilson, you try and get Darnold, and you try and get Darnold for whatever you can. And I think it's a great move.
With that 8th pick, I think they're going to go offensive line or corner now that they figured out the quarterback position. But my question is really, how much more are you going to get than Teddy Bridgewater? How much better is Sam Darnold than Teddy Bridgewater? Because Teddy Bridgewater had like the 5th most scrimmage yards or something for a quarterback or something like that.
Yeah.
He did not play terrible at quarterback when he was in. And I mean, you saw with the Saints, he went 5-0 the season before that. I mean, he did go 6-11 last year, but I don't think that was necessarily on the offensive side of the ball. So I guess we got a lot of questions to be answered there. And I mean, who knows? Maybe Teddy beats him out and they realize that they made a mistake trading those picks for him. But I don't think that will happen. I think that since they traded those picks, that Teddy Bridgewater will probably get dealt now to where. Who knows? Maybe somewhere like Denver or a year stop in Houston if they don't want to go Tyrod Taylor. But, yeah, I think that's a big move. And now the Jets can start with a clean slate with Zach Wilson. Will he be better than Sam Darnold? Who knows? Are a lot of people sold on him recently? Yes. But he did go to BYU. And so, yeah, that does shake a lot of things up with the draft as well. Now that one of those teams aren't going to be drafting a quarterback and possibly even trading back. You look at a guy like Patrick Surtain, or if one of the tackles falls to him like Rashad Slater or Penei Sewell, I don't think they can pass on either one of them. But, yeah, Sammy Darnold reuniting with Robbie Anderson. I think DJ Moore will be nice on the outside, plus CMC. I mean, can't go wrong with CMC. So, yeah, I think the Panthers won't do half bad. I'm guessing like an 8-8 record, somewhere around there.
So I think, Burbach, one of your points about Darnold and Bridgewater and who's better, I think I wanted to go with a younger guy there. I think that's one of the reasons they decided to do this move. I think Bridgewater has a lot of good years left, a lot of talented years. I think if you really put him in the right situation, he can succeed as well. But I think, you talk about Sam Darnold, you talk about a guy that is like, 2 or 3 years removed from being drafted. I think number 2 overall. So I think number 3 overall. So I think that when you look at this Carolina Panthers team, they just want to keep getting younger. Matt Rule's been bringing in a lot of drafted guys, a lot of younger guys onto this team, and I think that this team could be successful this year. How much better is Sam than Teddy Bridgewater? I don't think there's that big of a gap there. I think that Sam Darnold is younger and has more potential to grow than Bridgewater at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. And you saw what happened with Ryan Tannehill after he left Adam Gase, and he's, I mean, arguably a top 10 quarterback in the league, you know? So there's a potential for a breakout season, but will it happen? I'm not too sold on it happening. And they'll be a little better, but I don't think they'll be competing for the division at all. So
I mean, they got to compete, with Tom Brady and obviously the Saints, who I think are going to be a decent team as well next year, and even Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta, I think, can surprise a couple of people next season and be decent. And that the Falcons and the Panthers in that division. The thing that concerns me about those two are their defenses. I ain't really much concerned about Carolina's offense or Atlanta's offense as well. Not concerned about those two. I think they'll be good offenses next year, but I think it'll definitely be interesting. I think Buccaneers have that division locked up next season, unless we have an unforeseen injury to a very key player. And even then, I still think they can win it.
all right, and the Baylor Bears took down the Zags and the Natty Champ, and it was a straight beatdown starting from when the tip-off happened. I mean, it was 9-0 to start the game. You could see that the Zags came out flat. Baylor grabbed every single offensive rebound. That's what I was saying watching the game. If Baylor can rebound like this the entire game, it's over. That they were getting second and third chance points every single time they went down the floor if they missed the first shot.
Yeah.
And you just can't win that way. They didn't turn the ball over, which really helped them as well. And when you're rebounding and you don't turn the ball over, that's keys for success. And I really think Baylor hit home on both of those things.
Well, and I think too, Burbach, like you said, the offensive and defensive rebounding overall of Baylor was key to their success in this basketball game. And even when I texted you, Gonzaga down 9, then Jared Butler happened. Dude hit like 3 step back or fadeaway threes and just really put the game on ice, put it away. And huge credit to Baylor. I mean, their guard play has been great all tournament long. Davion Mitchell, Jared Butler, obviously unbelievable players. I think Davion Mitchell had one of his best games of the tournament. I think he's really that engine that makes that team go, in my opinion. And I think, Gonzaga, I was surprised because, Gonzaga is a very well-coached team. They're a very talented team. And they didn't look like they came ready to play off the jump of the ball, and I was really surprised by that. And when you texted in the group chat, Burbach, that it was 28-3, I believe me and Mueller were recording an episode, so make sure you guys go check out those last 2 episodes. But we were recording an episode. You texted in the group chat 23-8 Baylor, and I was like, no way, unbelievable. Like, couldn't believe it. And credit Baylor. I mean, Scott Drew took that program over when it was at its lowest point and brought it back up, and now it's a championship team. And, they're obviously going to be one of the top teams in the running next year as well.
Yeah, 100%. Davion Mitchell really showed who he was in this year's tournament. I mean, he was projected to go late first round, early second round before the tournament, and I think he's probably going to be a lottery pick this year because of how he performed in this year's tournament. And I kind of agree. He was the engine that made that team go. He's the hustler on that team.
Yeah.
And really makes the big plays for them and sparks their energy. And I think that's what fueled them to keep going and going and going in the national championship.
I got you. I agree. So, Burbach, let me ask you this. Were you surprised that game was not even close and that Baylor was just able to run away with it from the jump?
Oh, yeah. I think everybody was, because Gonzaga was 30-0, I believe, 31-0 up to that point. I mean, who would have thought that they would have come out like that, being a a team that's undefeated going for a perfect season. You know, you would have thought that they would have wanted it more, and I know they did, but they weren't playing like it. Baylor played like they really wanted to win the national championship, and I thought after the game, you could have probably seen Baylor play him again and beat him again. Baylor came to play, and I think they really wanted it, and yeah.
So, Burbach, I think that this game has a very good correlation to I believe it's the 2015 Final Four, Wisconsin versus Kentucky. Kentucky comes in there undefeated. Badgers come in there hungry, wanting revenge. And I think that when you talk about this game, it had a lot of similarities. Obviously, the Wisconsin-Kentucky game was closer, but it felt like throughout the whole point of that game, Wisconsin just wanted that game more than Kentucky did. And I think that's what happened here. Baylor just wanted that game more, and, you know, they do their, sick 'em Bears. And, you know, they definitely.
That's going on the TikTok. That's going on the TikTok.
Hey, dude, they definitely. It is. Shout out, follow us on TikTok. But
all right, Duenkel, now to talk some Aaron Rodgers. Eat the bam. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
No, you gotta do it correctly. He's a bad man.
I'd like to repeat, not a bad man in the playoffs. Not a bad man in the playoffs. Okay. Now that we're past that, Jeopardy! The host of Jeopardy. Oh, he was great. Did you see the one question? Who would have kicked that field goal? Matt LaFleur kicked the field goal. And it was kind of awkward when he answered like that, and Rodgers just had to sit there and stare at the camera. I mean, what are you going to say? Yeah, of course you shouldn't have kicked the field goal. But I hear he's leaving old Cheesetown. At the end of this year or next year, he'll be gone. Gone. The Packers don't want him. They want Jordan Love. Jordan Love. Who would want Jordan Love? You have the MVP.
Yeah,
the MVP, Duenkel.
I agree.
Just another bonehead move by the Packers front office. I mean, what is going on? You could have won the Super Bowl. You were one or two pieces away from winning the Super Bowl each year, and I thought last year you were the favorite going into the playoffs. I mean, what's going on? I mean, I get that you want the rookie contract with Jordan Love, but Aaron Rodgers will be a Chicago Bear or a Pittsburgh Steeler at the end of next year or the year after. Yeah.
All right, Burbach. So first off, I did like Aaron Rodgers on Jeopardy. I thought that was awesome. Great. I know him. I know he was very close with Alex Trebek. Rest in peace to Alex Trebek. Rest in peace. But yeah, I mean, Burbach, here's the thing, is that there is no way that I would want to get rid of the NFL MVP of the 2020 NFL season. That bad man he is. I mean, I could go on and on. I am so disappointed that the Packers just don't give this man a contract extension. Why is this even a thing? Why is this even a question? Give him a lifetime deal in Green Bay. Let him retire here. What's the big deal? You want to know why they're not going to do that? Because Green Bay, they play it safe, man. They play it safe. They don't go all in. Aaron Rodgers out here recruiting players. Well, Brian Gutekunst, Mark Murphy, where you guys at? Go recruit people. Go get people on the team. Go sign. Go figure out the cap situation. There are guys that will want to, extensions, restructures to help get the cap situation better to bring in more players. I tell you this right now, Aaron Rodgers, he would take an extension or even restructure his contract if we were able to get someone to, help us out on defense or the offensive side.
They didn't want him to restructure his contract, Duenkel. They let it go through, and then they had to pay a roster bonus, which makes it easier for them to move off of him next year or the year after.
Right. And that is my point, is that if the Green Bay Packers decide to move off of Aaron Rodgers, it will be one of the biggest regrets in franchise history. Now, I'll be the first to tell you this. Okay. I'm a Packer fan. I love the Packers. Go Pack Go. You know the vibes. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know about them Packers video every time they win. It's a great video. Right, Burbach? It's a great video. It's awesome, dude. But when I sit here today and I look at Green Bay, without Aaron Rodgers, they're probably a lottery team. Like, NBA terms, like probably top 10 pick without question. Aaron Rodgers really elevates that team. Not saying that they don't have talented players. Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, Jair Alexander, Big Z Zadarius, Kenny Clark, all these guys very talented players. Also, my boy Big Bob Tonyan, David. But at the same time, Aaron Rodgers is the engine that makes the Packers go. And you know what? I'll tell you this. If the Packers, I hope y'all listening right now. Y'all better extend Aaron Rodgers. Y'all better give that man a retirement contract in Green Bay. He's the NFL MVP. He's the only shot we're going to have winning the Super Bowl in the next 3 to 4 years. Sign him right now. Do it. Just here's the thing. Here's what you do. You tear off the check, you give it to him, and you say, here, write down what you want. How you doing? Keep it moving. Burbach, go ahead.
That's not going to happen, Duenkel, and we both know it. You said the Packers are going to play to be good.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, you're supposed to play to win a Super Bowl. Let me ask you something. Do you think the Eagles would rather just make the playoffs, like in the 10-year stretch with no Super Bowl, or would they have rather have won that one Super Bowl?
They would have rather won the one Super Bowl, without question.
Exactly. So I don't understand what the deal is. But you know what? I'm going to hop on the Jordan Love hype train right now. All right? He'll be decent. All right? Since Dunkel's not faithful in the Packers, I'll be faithful in the Packers. Jordan Love, Pro Bowler, at least.
Really?
I'm not saying Super Bowl, but you watch. They'll finally put some weapons around Jordan Love. Not like they do Aaron Rodgers, because they only give him the best receiver in the league and then some Alan Lizard. But that's besides the point.
Don't disrespect my man MVS, bro.
MVS.
Dude's got jets. Dude's got jets.
He's got still hands.
I mean, Burbach, I am saying this. I don't know if you know this, but my man had 4 receptions, 121 yards in that champ game. So he balled out. He's one of the few guys that balled out in that champ game for us. Shout out. Yeah.
Did you win the game, Dunkel?
No, we didn't. Don't. Here we go again. You and Mueller, man. I'm telling you. Tom Brady fans. But I'll tell you this, Burbach. I do have faith in the Packers, but I'm saying, how can you let this guy walk out the door in a year or two? He just
they did it before. They'll do it again. They'll do it again to Jordan Love after this.
Man, I mean, I don't know how you want to. I don't know how you get rid of the NFL MVP. No,
all right. So what happens when Jordan Love makes you eat your words that you're saying right now, and they move off of him, and Jordan Love's even better than Aaron Rodgers?
Then I'll be happy because I'm a Packer fan, Burbach. But at the same
time, so you're scrutinizing the Packers right now.
Yeah.
The move that they want to make to move off of Aaron Rodgers. If it doesn't work out, you're going to scrutinize them. But if it does, then you're going to shut your mouth.
No, here's the thing: is I'll look into the camera on this podcast, and I'll say I was wrong about the Packers and Jordan Love, and I'm happy because I'm a Packer fan. Burbach, I want what's best for my team, man. And what's best for my team is having number 12 at quarterback, having the keys to the car, 17 at wide receiver, 33 at running back, and 85 at tight end. That's the bet. That's the best thing. What?
17's a big dog, but
dude, hold up. Let me ask you this: is 17 the best receiver in the league?
Yeah.
Okay, Burbach, I see you.
I've said that for a while. I mean, just watch the way he runs routes. I mean, he's an insane route runner. He doesn't have blazing speed, but for him, you don't need it. And he's got a huge frame. So